A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action now. Cousins.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Nwangu.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
They go play action. Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
This defense for the Vikings, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
This is swung out to Eckler.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Finds Johnston.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Third and 3.
Here's Herbert.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Out of the gun, Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window. They were picked.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, famous last words. Every time you hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Following the interception, Cousins.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
Now their versatile running back, here's Austin Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 7. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's brought down. Here we go now on 1st and goal. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Eckler again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right.
Going back to the same well, it's Hawkinson again. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hawkinson exploded after a surprising in-division trade from the Lions to the Vikings in 2022. Averaged 6 catches a game in his new digs and finished second among NFL tight ends in yards and catches. Could lead the league with a full year in Minnesota.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation.
action. Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
First down. Here's Cousins.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Nwangu.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from taking the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but to put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now it's Herbert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Here's Herbert. And he's brought down short. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Chargers. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Cousins now from the 50. This goes out wide from Madison.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away.
Joseph's got it.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now, 10-6.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles Allen settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Herbert.
Caught left side, Williams. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down.
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins.
This is caught by Addison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go play action. Cousins.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Alex Nwangu. Down the right sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
This is swung out to Eckler.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Eckler's long been one of the most underrated players in the NFL, but he's now starting to get his due. 915 yards, a career best last season, with 13 touchdowns on the ground.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
Touchdown!
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Cousins.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Returnable here for Davis. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Chargers defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the gun, Fournette. And he stopped immediately there.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Johnston on the quick slant.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now. And Davis has it over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Herbert.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And I don't think he got there, no. Too short, maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. Completes it to the fullback Ham. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now 2nd and 9. The tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
This offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run with Nwangu. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked broke down, began his route. Someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. This late in the game, Charles, they can maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
First down, here's Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Once more, here's Eckler.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Pass complete. It's Madison. And that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half.